Hey loves, welcome back. Today we're doing a full face of Dollar Tree makeup. I just went to the store this weekend and they had a ton of new stuff. And I also have a couple things left over from my last Dollar Tree full face. So we're gonna do some glam with affordable products today. Grab a snack as always, get cozy, or grab all of your makeup so we can get ready together. And let's get into it and do some glam. So I'm gonna just do the eyes, and I'm gonna use this Be Pure Hydrating Under Eye Concealer. I'm gonna use this as my eye primer today. I'm also gonna apply this later on my face, but I just want a little prep. And I've actually used this concealer. This is from my last full face Dollar Tree makeup. It's really good, it's just the shades are not good. So this is the color medium, and it's funny because I went this past weekend and this is the only shade that they had there, so very limited, but sometimes you just gotta make it work. This infused press face powder is seriously one of the best powders, and it's $1.25. It's actually insane. It's pretty much translucent, like it has no color to it, but it actually sets everything down, I think, really nicely. There's these new little quads from LA Colors. They had pops of color, warm tones, but we're gonna do the cool tone vibes today. Let's start off with that color right here. It's like a soft taupey gray. I love this color. I've actually been really into gray eyeshadow lately. If you have brown eyes, try it. It makes them pop so much. So I actually really love this color. You do have to build it up. Like when you first apply the color, it's not super pigmented, but if you keep adding the product and just packing it on, you get more of that pigment. I'm gonna take that light silver and the other shimmer right next to it. I'm just gonna mix those two. I'm gonna spray my brush as well. I have this setting spray from my last full face as well. This is the Matte Finish setting spray. I'm gonna put the brand name here on screen because I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna totally butcher it, but it's just a little mini spray. That is so pretty. I'm actually really impressed with these eyeshadows. I think they're one of the better palettes that I've tried. Over the years, I definitely feel like the eyeshadows have gotten a little bit better, which is nice. So yeah, the Just Vibin eyeshadows, I actually really like them a lot. I mean, it's more buildable, but I mean, look at the shimmers. And with a little spray, it really makes the shadows pop, or I should say the shimmers. If you don't have a spray, you can always use eye drops as well. I love a good classic smoky eye. And there was tons of different variations of these little palettes. Okay, I really like these. Let me see how they feel with your finger. Yeah, actually, they feel super soft, just like to the touch as well. So if you want to really take it there and make it pop, apply these with your finger. They're really going to give you that more metallic, wet look. You guys know I live for a smoky, winged out eyeshadow look. But I'm still gonna apply my e.l.f. eye tapes, but I'm gonna use a liquid liner, and then I think I'm gonna add a little bit of eyeshadow. But I just love applying my tapes because I feel like my wings look so much better. Let's start off with the liner first. So this is the new liner from LA Colors. Apparently a lot of the stuff from LA Colors, by the way, is like new and improved formulas. So I think that's why the eyeshadows are like so much better than before, but it says glides on smooth, and this one is in black licorice. I don't like this tip. It's like kind of stiff. It doesn't have a lot of flexibility, but it's okay. Since we have the tape, I think it should help a little bit. I always like to start right on the edge of the tape and then just bring it towards the middle of my lid. I think this is really black. I just don't like the actual brush. It's very just hard. There is like no flexibility to it whatsoever. That's the only thing, but it does feel or look very black. It works, but not my favorite liquid liner. This is one of those things where it's like, you know, you could just probably get something way better at the drugstore because I think the formula is nice, but the brush is just not it. I feel like even if you're a beginner, this would just make it so difficult. Yeah, no. Kind of also tugs at the skin as you're doing the liner. And I'm going to use that quad, and I'm going to take that shimmery black in here, and I'm just going to go over it a little bit. There's just also something about using eyeshadow instead of liner that just makes it better. Now this is gonna change probably the color of the liner, but like it's fine, because this is not like a true black. This liner is not really, I would say, good for winged liner, but if you wanted to just use it just to maybe touch up your top liner or just drag it right along your lash line, it could work, but you could find something better, like maybe from Wet n Wild or Essence. I do like though how it seems to be drying down. Actually, this wing doesn't look that bad, but it looks like it dried down a little bit more on the matte side, which I love. I'm gonna apply some lashes and mascara. I love the Essence Lash Princess. I would just skip out on Dollar Tree mascaras. I've tried almost all of them and they're just not good, to be honest. So I know it's only $1.25, but still use that towards a drugstore mascara that is way better. One of my affordable favorites is the Essence Lash Princess. This is the waterproof version. It's so good. I'm also going to use these LA Colors lashes in the style Demure. I do have other affordable lashes that I prefer, but I will say these do get the job done. I also love Ioni lashes at the Dollar Tree too, but I wanted to get something that was a little bit more on the wispy side. The Ioni lashes are very dramatic, but if you like dramatic lashes, they have a lot of options. But let me pop these on and then I'll be right back and we're gonna move into the skin. I can't remember if I tried this style lash, but out of all of the ones that I've tried from LA Colors, I really like these a lot. They're not too long and they were definitely the easiest to apply out of all these LA Colors lashes. And everything I really like so far minus the liner, and it's only because of the brush. So I wanted to mention it's not $1, but it's under $5. Another liner that is so good if you're into liquid liner. It's from Essence. It's the Super Precise eyeliner and also very black, super matte, and it has a nice brush tip, so it makes for a really easy application. I'm gonna do my skin prep now. I'm gonna go back in with that matte finish setting spray just to prep my skin a little bit, and then I have a new primer. I don't remember if that's actually mattifying, but it does feel refreshing just right now. I definitely needed that. This is from Be Pure. It is the Essentially Ageless Blur Face Primer. I don't know why, but even like the packaging, whenever I look at this at the Dollar Tree, it gives me L'Oreal vibes a little bit. Oh, it's pink. So pretty. I love this color pink too. Oh my gosh, you know what it kind of smells like? Pepto-Bismol. A little bit, not too much. It does feel actually really soft, like silky. It kind of gives like just lotion vibes a little bit, like it has that cream, bit of a thicker consistency, but it feels nice. Not bad. Absorbed into the skin really nicely too, and I love the fact that it's pink, and ironically it smells like Pepto-Bismol, but it's not too strong, which is good. Now for foundation, I've tried this before and it's from Be Pure. It's the Essentially Ageless Hydrating Serum Foundation. This is actually such a beautiful foundation. I wish it came in like at least 10 shades, but I picked up this Candy Moyo BB cream. This one's in the shade Light 1. So I'm gonna mix in a little bit of Light 1 with this just to get like hopefully a perfect shade. I don't think I tried this BB cream. If I did, it was a long time ago. So I just did a little mixture here. I'm gonna just rub this in with my fingers first. Oh, that might be actually a perfect match. The undertone might be a little bit off, but hey, I mean, it works. The BB cream is a little bit thicker, I will say. I feel like it's much thicker than the Be Pure foundation. It's a really lightweight foundation, but the BB cream, ironically, I feel like has a bit of a more thicker consistency and gives a little bit more coverage. Kind of gives foundation and skin tint vibes. Like it feels really lightweight, but it does give some coverage. Now let's do some color corrector. This is the LA Colors Conceal Corrector in the shade Peach. I thought for a second it said new and improved, but I think just the packaging is new. So I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to use the other concealer, and I'm going to mix in, since the concealer is also not my shade, I'm going to mix in some of that BB cream in there as well. But let's try out the corrector. I did use this before. I think I liked this, but it doesn't have a lot of coverage. It just very lightly corrects. But I remember the formula of this being pretty thin, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but let's see. Oh yeah, this is really peach. I thought it was going to be a little bit lighter. It's actually a lot more peach than it looks like in the package. Blends really nicely. I think if you like this kind of color, you would like this one specifically because it actually is blending in really nicely, but I don't think this is a good color corrector for my skin tone. I need something a little lighter. Like I said, I thought it was lighter based on the packaging, but it's definitely a lot darker than I thought. So we're gonna do another little mixing action here. Again, I'm gonna go in with that Be Pure Hydrating Concealer, and I'm gonna mix in that BB cream. And then from here, I'm gonna put some of this right on my under eyes. I'm just gonna do one eye at a time, and I'm gonna blend that in with my concealer brush. I am wiping off that peach under eye because it's just a little bit too dark. And whenever I do these videos, I'm trying to make it work, so I don't want it to be a hot mess because I actually don't think that this looks bad right now. I mean, other than the undertone of the foundation being a little bit off, but it's not that bad. So we're gonna do that again. So I'm gonna just take that mixture, which that BB cream helps so much. Otherwise, I would not be able to make the foundation or concealer work because they're way too like yellowy orange. Oh yeah, that looks way better. I'm gonna also put a little bit of that right on my T-zone. I feel like this is just overall a better match than the foundation itself too, but it actually looks really pretty, like very healthy, hydrated, glowy, but it gives coverage. I'm gonna just put a little bit of that concealer on my cheek because I don't know why it looks kind of faded there, but the color match I think is like so much better than the foundation anyway, so I'm just gonna put a little bit right there. Pretty good. The BB cream definitely came through, and I actually really like the consistency of it. It's a little bit thicker, but it's very creamy. New cream bronzer from LA Colors. This is the Too Cheeky bronzer. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand, and then from here, oh, it looks a little bit red, but that's why we do this first because it makes it so much easier. I'm gonna take my brush from here on the back of my hand and then apply it to the skin. It makes it so much easier versus if you apply the product and draw stripes on your face, which I used to do that before, and this is just so much more seamless. Okay, this color is actually also a lot better than I thought. It does have a bit of a reddish undertone, but it looks really nice. I think that blended in pretty nicely too. It does dry pretty fast, but it blends a lot better than I thought. Then I'm gonna go back in with that Be Pure infused press powder just to set everything down. And I'm gonna use a little powder puff. This one's from Amazon. And I'm gonna set my entire face with this, because I do think out of like all the press powders that I've tried at the Dollar Tree, this one, it does have a little bit of a strong scent though, but this one is definitely the best. Okay, it looks a little crazy right now. I feel like it's better, maybe not so much for your under eyes, but for blotting and like touching up your makeup, or just if you want a quick set. But this is pretty much the only powder that they had. The other ones were kind of like bronzers for me. They were just a little too tan. So I'm gonna use this today for my entire face. I'm gonna do a little bit right around my mouth. And then I'm gonna use a brush for the rest of my face, but I like to kind of focus the product a little bit more on my T-zone and my under eyes. I mean, I think for what this is, it works. It gets the job done. I do think there are a couple better options at the drugstore, like for a powder like this. I know Milani has one, Catrice, but it definitely works, you know, like if you want something quick and affordable. It's one of those products that you can just throw in your bag for an emergency. Definitely looks better once you blend everything in with the brush. It always looks so scary at first, but that's why I always say like you have to trust the process. Let's amp up the bronzer a little bit more with the LA Colors Just Vibin' bronzer. This one is in the shade Let's Go. You can still actually see the liquid bronzer underneath, but I just want to amp it up a little bit. The liquid bronzer actually turned out to blend and look a lot better than I thought. I thought it was going to be a little bit too red, but this wasn't bad. Oh wow, it's actually really pigmented. It's better when you use a fluffier brush instead of that first brush that I used. I usually use this for blush. I don't even know why I used it, but the bronzer is really pigmented though. Just barely tapping your brush actually gives you some good color payoff, but using a brush like this, it's a little bit more fluffy. It just gives you a more soft application. This one is the BK Beauty 111. It actually gives a really pretty color. It's a little bit difficult to blend, like, because it is pretty intense. So definitely use a light hand, but it actually doesn't look bad. Maybe if I had a little bit more of a tan, it would complement my skin tone a bit more, but it's really pigmented though. Now let's try out these LA Colors new blushes. So the pink one is in the shade Text Me, and then the peach is in XOXO. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the peach one first. Oh, that's pretty. Oh wow, this almost gives like a really pretty light sheen, but it's not too glittery. It's actually not glittery at all. It's really smooth, but it gives a bit of this really light glow. Oh my god, I love that. That's so pretty. That's a really pretty peach color too. Now let's try the pink one on the other side. Wow. But I am impressed at how intense these are. Like for $1.25, that's actually insane. So far, the blushes are my favorite. I think especially this peach color, XOXO, this is perfect. I love this one. For lip liner, these are new, which I'm really excited about. LA Colors Auto Lip Liner. This one's in the shade Giggle. They actually had a couple different shades, but of course we're gonna go with the nude. Most of them were actually like nude pink. This is a pretty pink. It's not too pink, but it's like a really natural shade. It's sort of like the color of my lips, but a little bit more rosy. Tell me why when I saw this, I immediately thought of Tower 28, but this is the lip jelly. It says Clean Beauty on here, but then the packaging says Be Pure, but it's in the shade Sandy. So I'm gonna top the lip liner off with this. Oh wow. It smells like a chocolate Tootsie Roll. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, wait, this is actually really pretty. If you don't like the feel of lip products, this is actually really nice. It feels like nothing on the lips. And now we can try the lipstick, and this one is in the shade Nude. And that is the color. Oh, my light just went out. This is very pink. It's actually, I think this would be pretty with a brown lip liner. Hold on. My light went out. Light always dies, but that's why we have a backup. I actually really like the shade of pink. It's a really nice like center shade, and it looks, I think, really pretty. Colors like this with brown lip liner. So I'm going to use a little Moira lip pencil in Caramel Beige. I really like the way that it looks, and the lip product actually feels pretty nice. The lip liner wasn't bad, the one that I used from LA Colors, but I just want a little bit more of like a brown tone. And I think it looks really nice with the pink. Lip liner just makes anything look so much better. I actually love this shade. Oh my gosh, obsessed. That looks really good. Now let's finish up the eyes with a little LA Colors liner. This one is in the shade Champagne Shimmer. I think I just need to add a little gloss. This is the Ione Crystal Lip Gloss. Oh, this is pretty. It's like a shimmery nude. Wish it was a little bit more pigmented though. That's the only thing. You have to really like maybe get past that first layer. Like it has potential, but it's not as pigmented as I would like. Let me see if I could use it as like a little brow bone highlight. I mean, it works for that, I think, better than on the waterline, personally. Just taking a little bit of that silver color and popping that right in the inner corners. And then a little setting spray to finish everything off, and then I'm just going to do mascara and we'll be all done. I actually really love the way this look turned out. There's a lot of little hidden gems at the Dollar Tree. For me, my standout products, I would say the lipstick and the blush from LA Colors. These are so pretty, especially the blush. I mean, this is so pigmented. It looks beautiful on the cheeks, so I really like this. And also the eyeshadow palette was really cute too. The silver all over the lids, I love. And then the lip jelly was also really nice. I feel like this would be a perfect beach product because it gives a little bit of tint and gloss, but it doesn't feel sticky at all, and it's super lightweight. So I really like this, and I love that everything is so affordable. So let me know what product is your favorite down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. here. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye!